That's it. If you can even see that, we're empty. Some more food in. Welcome back. It's raining, as you can see, on the floor in it. I thought I'd just pick up the camera. Just done a few jobs, which I'll show you in a second. Now I've had the JPD, we'll talk about this first. I've had the JPD Shogun in here since Sunday morning. Yeah, in fact it was Sunday morning. It was early. I think I picked the camera up actually. Bright and early Sunday morning after I dropped my son off at work before I went out for a bike ride. I topped it up. So I had the whole of Sunday, and we're coming towards the end of Monday. I don't know what time it is now, 5 o'clock, something like that. Rain o'clock, that's what bloody time it is. Oh, I don't know whether it's in my head, but the water clarity already looks better, which is interesting. Obviously I cleaned the window in and out last week, even though it needs another going over. As you can see, there's a few green bits. I'm going to do that tonight. I don't know whether it's in my head, but well, I don't think it is in my head. Definitely there's a slightly less tint to the water than there was before. And in my head again, visibly I can see there's slightly less poos floating around the water. Again, they've been fed exactly the same. All I did was top it up when I was completely out of the wheat germ, and now I'm feeding the Shogun wheat germ. So I think I'm going to stick with it. Yes, it's more money, but I just think so far, two days in, I honestly think there's a noticeable difference, like a worthy noticeable difference. Less bits and bobs and poos in the water, I can see, and as I say, the water is just that bit clearer. Only 2 days in, so we'll stick with it. I'm going to try and keep on top of the window. Go on this side, don't get quite as wet. So I'm happy with that so far. I can't remember why I changed from the Shogun. Oh God. Shogun, not Shori. Shori's the higher protein summer food stuff. Anyway, so that's that. I've been a bit busy over here. Finally got my behind into gear, and I've got these last few sleepers cut and in place. I can't finish it because, not miscalculation, but because of the height difference. I actually need to get another, I'll stand just in here, 3 or 4 sleepers if that's what I'm going to do, to continue this bottom row along here to give me the step difference, and then here. Or I could just wait until I do it and we can just use some engineering bricks or something like that, just to make it a clear defined line for the levels, and then to tile on the top. So that will stay as it is for now. Amazing, I just whacked that offcut in there and that there, but then I thought even if I do that, I'm still going to have this issue here. So whether or not I continue the sleeper here all the way across and then we tile up to it, it won't be up to it, actually be over it, because the ground is literally just above where that bottom sleeper line is. So I'm probably better off just using bricks. It's cheaper than a £30 sleeper, and it'll be underground. I don't want it underground, it's a bit pointless, isn't it, really? So I did that, and then I started. Well, that took, I've probably been out here 2 hours, slightly earlier finished today at work, thank God. got over here done with my membrane down. I just need to order something to put on the top. I think I'm just going to use bark chippings or something like that. And then that'll be this bit done. I'm not going to do anything with this. There's going to be no planting or anything up here. It's just going to be a bit of a out the way place for my log store, and probably pots and whatever else like that that we're not using for in the garden. And then I've started to put some plastic sheeting on the back of these sleepers here as well. So I got to there, it started raining. Obviously I can't do this bit because I need to work out what we're doing down there, so that'll just be left. I need to get this bit weeded and I can get rid of that massive mud pile. I'm just going to work my way across down to the busy end. The joy of joys. Right, I am getting wet now. Not too bad a day today. It was a bit fresh this morning, but actually on the whole it's been alright. But definitely these last few days, like no doubt we all have, especially if you're heated, you've noticed how cold it has been. The heater has been on here lots, so I'm still at 21 degrees. Nighttime temperatures have been down to single figures. When my wife dropped my son off at work Saturday morning, yeah, because I had a bit of a hangover, when she dropped him off Saturday morning, I think she said it was 7 degrees. So I'd need to start thinking about covering the pond, even if it's just for the evening. I don't know, but I need to start, because we'll be losing an absolute mountain of heat just by not being covered. So I think the heat's been coming on 2 or 3 times a day, topping it back up to 21, then knocking off, and then coming back on a bit later in the day when it's lost a temp again and overnight. So it's not good on the old pennies in the pocket. I want to try and keep it at 21 till the end of October if I can, depending on what the temperatures do. Obviously if the temperatures take an absolute nosedive, so will I be turning the heater down. Definitely while I'm not covered. So yes, that's where we're at. And I know a few people have mentioned actually about what I'm going to do with the window in the winter if I cover the pond, or not even cover it. I'm going to get some more insulation. I'm going to get it cut the size of the window and just slot it in place, and I can take it in, pop it in and take it out as and when required. Anyway, I'm going inside now. Cup of tea time in a Koi Diaries mug. Catch you later. Just need to get a couple of bits. We are not tidy in here. Need to get an extension lead drill. So I'm going to finish. I'm going to put some more stone on top of here to keep this membrane down, because it's going to get blown away, and get a bit more of this done. So as you saw, big shout out to a girl called Leanne from the Koi key ring. How cool's that? I'll put a link to her Instagram below, where she sells these ones. A couple of different designs, but yeah, hook her up. Anyway, oh, cats as well. Just as soon as there's a fresh bit of mud, cat muck. Ridiculous. And with regards to over here, a couple of fish that look a little bit off. So even though Mrs. Daly, who was just out here watching the fish, is adamant I shouldn't be doing a scrape or two, but I'm gonna get just a quick scrape, not getting anybody right out of the pond. It's that old question: how much flashing is too much flashing? I was working inside yesterday late afternoon and there was a lot of flashing going on, but whether or not it was just because I got the window and I'm seeing them flash, and I normally wouldn't have, Well, there we go, there was one there, but the air is off. So just to ease my mind, I'm going to give a couple of fish a scrape just to see where we're at. Because I did have Costia, I can't remember how many months ago, a couple of months back now, so whether or not I didn't re-scrape after I treated for that, which I probably should have, and I only did one treatment of FMG as well. And again, there's a few veins shown on a couple of fish, so whether or not, but that could just be pH swing, maybe potential temperature swing, because although it's at 21, it took quite a while yesterday to get back to 21. It went down to 20.5 before the heat kicked in, and it took quite a while because last night was absolutely freezing. It was about, believe it or not, looking at the weather today, it's about 18-19 degrees today. Last night was 6-7 degrees all night and absolutely hammering down with rain, so we'll see. Yeah, there we go. But that just could be because the air's off. You know, I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to do a bit over here digging wise, so I'll turn that back on. Bit more weeding done, get some more membrane down, get rid of some mud, and then don't laugh at me, I'm going to have to order some topsoil, 100% definitely, just because it's going to be nowhere near enough to finish over here. If I can get this top bit done here and then covered, and get the rest of the plastic back in on these sleepers, and then get all of this levelled off, I'm just going to, for time being, weed membrane it. I've probably said 100 times, membrane it, and then worry about the planting next year. Because we want to get some plants in here, but again, it's cost, and I've got loads of other money to be spent elsewhere. Anyway, right, let's get some tools out, get some stuff done. Catch you later. It wasn't actually planned, just sitting there enjoying a quick cup of tea, my favourite mug, can also be used for coffee or alcohol. Been busy. In fact, let's talk about the mugs. They are now available to buy. I don't know if you can see the other side there. I'll put a link in the description. The logo on it. Link in the description below if you want to buy one. Please do, help support the channel, much appreciated. So yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling out because my back's broke because I've shifted a ton of gear and I'm not all about that life. Now there's been a couple of funny things. I don't know if you just saw that. I said a few minutes ago, well not a few minutes ago, a couple of hours back now, potentially looking at scraping a few fish. Now since I've been sitting there, however many minutes, 5 or 6 minutes, I haven't seen a single fish flash. But I've seen them doing some weird stuff with their mouths. Just sort of swimming along, wide open mouth, nothing happening, and then all of a sudden rapidly mouthing. But you know, I've decided I'm not going to scrape them. I'm going to leave them be. Just going to keep an eye on them as per. Mind you, she just gobbed a load of food out. What's that all about? And then gone back for more. Greedy, probably. So yeah, I think we just know as koi keepers looking at your fish in your pond constantly, you know when something's not quite right. I think maybe there's something not quite right, but I don't know what it is. I could just do some water checks like I said before, but that should be your first port of call really, which I said the other week, rather than reaching for the scope and stressing the fish out. So I might do that, but I don't know, I don't think it's water quality. Just seems a bit odd. It can't be chlorine because I only changed that a couple of weeks back, although I could still check it. But anyway, I'm relaxing. So what have I been up to? I've actually achieved something amazingly. That's why I'm dead. Oh, I'm broken. And I've still got my hat on. It's not even been that cold. I've got a t-shirt now. Cheers. So what have I done? I've actually killed myself, but got all that level weed membrane down, pinned down with these old, which are my old coping stones from the old pond. So that'll hold it there until, it's literally just to keep the weeds from growing until we decide what we're doing with it. I think the plan is to plant it up with some stuff, because as you know, this fence will be going and the deck terror will be going, which I might start looking at doing in the next couple of weeks. I don't know, we'll see. So my massive mud pile, actually I only probably used about half of it. I thought I was going to massively run out, but I think now looking at it, I'm probably going to have just about enough to fill this bit up here. There's a bit of a gap here, as you can see. I can't fit it right to the top of the sleeper because all them stones stacked isn't as high. But thank God I'm not going to buy any. Buying soil would just been like ridiculous, wouldn't it? The amount I got rid of. And the plan for this bit over here, I was going to put what was I going to put on there? Bark or something like that. I'm not. I'm going to take some of the slate from over there, which will need to be gone anyway next year. Some of it, all of it, most of it, and put that here. Not going to. There's been, as I said like earlier, there's going to be no plant or anything here. This is just going to be access to that and a little bit of storage for bits and bobs, garden related probably. I'm going to need more sheeting as well. That was the hot. I don't know how much I had. And the ball ache thing about this bit is I had to cut off about a metre from there. So, but I've done it. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I don't even know what else I filmed. I can't remember. I'll have to look at the camera later. Oh, I'm dead. Not built for manual labour. Oh, I've still got over there to decide what to do with. I need to get me behind into gear and just order some materials, don't I really? Get that lot sorted. Get this sorted. I mean, it's going to take months, isn't it? Let's be honest, at the speed I work out. Anyway, I was ending the video, not chatting about other projects. So yeah, thanks for watching this week and being there with me when there's not been a lot going on, just ramblings about this, that and the other. Don't forget, if you're interested in the key ring, to pop along to the link below for that. If you're interested in the mug, link below for that. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.